Taiwan has been embarking on a southbound journey ever since the 1990s. This is because the nation's leaders, since former President Lee Teng-hui, have come to realize Taiwan's overdependence on China, and they also wanted to increase the nation's economic and political influence in ASEAN countries. When she came into office in 2016, President Tsai Ing-wen introduced the new Southbound Policy, in which a health and welfare program would foster further exchanges with nations in Southeast Asia. In the post-pandemic age, medical technology has become more important than ever. Can Taiwan meet the demand by offering the supply in its attempt to enter the Southeast Asian market? Our Sunday special report.
所以你惯用手是右手，
对，
所以你就用非惯用手先去夹针，这应该是夹这里。
Here in the Changhua Coastal Industrial Park, a class on how to perform surgery is being held. This happens to be Asia's largest cram school for minimally invasive surgeries.
那这些课程在疫情前事实上是非常国际化。
Before the pandemic, these classes had many international students. About half the students were from overseas, mostly from places like the Philippines, Hong Kong, Singapore, Malaysia, Vietnam, Thailand, and so on.
Since its founding in 2008, EARCAD Taiwan has been offering more than 100 courses every year. For over 15 years, more than 20,000 students from all over Asia have received training here. This bespectacled and bookish-looking young man is Lee. He's from the state of Sarawak in northeastern Malaysia. When he was 18, he came by himself to Taiwan, where the language and culture are similar to his home, and pursued a degree in medicine. He later became a doctor at Shinkong Uhosu Memorial Hospital, where he did his residency.
在马来西亚现在的医疗状况的话，就是说基层的医师特别多，但是
The current medical situation in Malaysia is that there are a lot of general practitioners. However, few doctors are in specialized fields as there aren't enough resources to foster specialists. So the general practitioners have to work hard and excel in order to get these resources. In the 10 years I studied in Taiwan, from entering school to now working, I feel quite lucky in that the resources here, especially in learning and work, are abundant.
The patient can always need to...
Like Ting, many foreigners traveled great distances to Taiwan, drawn by its renowned medical technology. Here at Changhua Christian Hospital, 2 doctors from Papua New Guinea are undergoing short-term training.
I've come to Taiwan, and in only 2 weeks I have been able to see that orthopedic surgery in Taiwan is advancing in terms of the surgical practice is now very small incisions, small cuts. It gives me some idea of what is outside, what is currently being practiced in this century.
Dr. Kulau is able to make this pilgrimage thanks to the Taiwan government's Health and Welfare New Southbound Policy project.
We want to share resources, talents, and markets with other countries, enlarge our economic scale, and make effective use of resources. This is the spirit on which the new Southbound Policy is based. We will have extensive exchanges and cooperation with regional members in various aspects, such as science and technology, culture and economy and trade.
When she assumed office in 2016, President Tsai Ing-wen presented her new Southbound Policy, effectively incorporating countries in South Asia and Oceania. It was during this time that the idea of a healthcare policy was raised.
在整个新南向政策，我们是以人为本。那么，假如以各项工作
In the entire new Southbound Policy, we are people-oriented. Of all the tasks we can do, helping patients, treating their illnesses, and helping improve the level of local public health are things that can touch people's hearts the most.
In 2018, the Ministry of Health launched the One Country, One Center program. 6 Taiwan hospitals were chosen and were assigned to be in charge of 6 southbound partner nations, arranging medical tours and offering professional training and conducting technical cooperation. In 2022, the program further expanded to become one country, multiple centers, so that Taiwan's medical know-how and service can penetrate more deeply in neighboring countries.
越南也期待说有技术引进，我们的
Vietnam is also looking forward to technology transfer. Our technology and capital can help as we cooperate with their medical people who work with mid to low-level medical equipment and materials. I think this is something we can develop long-term. We're not giving them fish, but we teach them how to fish with a fishing pole.
Besides fostering Southeast Asian medical talent, the Health and Welfare New Southbound Policy project has another goal: to drive the industry and expand the sales of Taiwanese medical equipment. In 2018, the number of people from ASEAN nations that come to Taiwan for medical treatment officially surpassed that of China. By the end of 2021, the figure has surpassed 510,000 people. The number of doctors who came here for medical training also grew by fourfold. However, that has not been the case for Taiwanese medical equipment and health-related industrial supply chains, which are also part of the government project.
Hi, 许小姐 Hi 你有看到我吗？有。那我们今天就是要跟您解说，我们之前就是来我们
Changhua Christian Hospital is an important center for telemedicine in Taiwan and an active participant from central and southern Taiwan that hosts visiting doctors from new southbound nations. With 7 branches, the hospital relies on big data and long-distance technology so that the headquarters can assist the branches in diagnosing patients' conditions and analyzing medical records. What's even more amazing is the rail network transporting equipment within their Department of Dentistry, all of it managed through QR codes. It is this efficient and accurate smart medical technology that has become a weapon for Taiwan to enter into the new southbound market.
For example, under the One Country, One Center policy, we are assigned to Thailand. As you know, Thailand is promoting the so-called Thailand 4.0. They're also promoting the e-healthcare. So relatively speaking, they're in greater need for these things.
As Taiwan attempts to make inroads into southbound nations with its medical equipment, it faces the challenge of being overshadowed by the name brands of large European and American manufacturers. China's price-cutting competitors are another challenge. Fortunately, innovation is the strength of Taiwan's industry, and customized medical services have become a key breakthrough for entering the new southbound markets. Here at a medical equipment showroom, a physiology measurement instrument that speaks Thai has captured people's attention.
这边是身高，这边是 BMI， 这边是血压。
Not only Thai, but we speak different languages from different countries like Vietnamese and Indonesian. This is the trend, because medical equipment is something that's rigid. There are many details on how to operate it. If you operate it incorrectly, you might get an incorrect value. If the machine can speak your native language, it will be used much more correctly.
A product might make a breakthrough, but there's a bigger barrier. If a company goes at it alone, it will likely fail.
譬如说，我们的经济部在那边办了一个，那可能过了不久，可能我。
For example, the Economics Ministry may have held a seminar there, and then the External Trade Development Council holds another one. So I think that the entire coordinating unit, including the Health Ministry, the Economics Ministry, and the External Trade Development Council, have to be integrated. If this horizontal connection is not established, what you may end up having is everyone doing the same thing or something similar, but on a scale that's not large enough.
The power of the state must enter at the right time, playing the role of a mother hen leading her chicks. On April 12, 2022, MET, or Medical Excellence Taiwan, was officially unveiled. Its foundation was spearheaded by the government, and it comprises 12 medical institutions, 3 academic associations, and 4 medical companies.
不是像过去的计划比较属于各自努力。
This isn't like in the past when we worked separately. Even though we had one country and one center, everyone worked hard on their own. Having formed this alliance, everyone's strengths are joined together. So now we have one country and one center at the front end, and at the back end, we've got this alliance that helps integrate all medical systems in the country.
MET is founded by both the public and private sectors. In addition to continuing to deepen the existing medical services for the new southbound countries, another objective is to go to the new southbound countries and open several hospitals with Taiwan characteristics.
它一定会把台湾的很多医管、科技应用带过去。It will definitely bring to other countries Taiwan's medical management know-how and technology applications, and it will become a common practice of the industry. By then, Taiwan's technology manufacturers will have a great opportunity to tag along.
医疗的人比较懂医疗。
Medical people know medical care, but they are rather unfamiliar with the products. So in the second stage, which is the second phase of the new southbound policy, we hope to strengthen the area of industrial chains.
Strengthening industrial chains is an important task for MET in the future. But due to Taiwan's sensitive political position, once Team Taiwan goes overseas, it can only assume the guise of a non-governmental organization.
东南亚国家没有一个跟我们关系有
There is not one country in Southeast Asia that has an official relationship with us. We won't see our premier or minister embrace his counterpart publicly in the media. We must therefore let NGOs take the lead. But how can NGOs be the national team? This is contradictory. At least I can't see the logic.
A national team that cannot display the nation's flag and is still expected to win for the nation. That's the work cut out for Team Taiwan, which is made up of the health ministry, hospitals, medical equipment, and pharmaceutical businesses. Can they successfully gain a foothold in the markets of Asia and Southeast Asia? That's something that remains to be seen.